How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. I just feel very worn right now because I've been doing Uber for the past week. Seriously, every single day for the past 7 days, and I've logged about 47 hours driving Uber. Today's video, I want to highlight how much it costs to actually drive one, including the cost of gasoline and the car depreciation. So I want to do this as an example so that you can yourself go and figure out the depreciation of your own car and then kind of figure out how much you earn per hour. Here it is, a screenshot of all my accomplishments this week. I was in the car for so long in order to try and figure out what is the best way to drive this Uber. What are the tips and tricks so that I can increase my hourly wage? So you can see here, I started off kind of slow on Monday, and then Tuesday increased a little bit all the way to Friday, where I actually earned about $289 in one single day. Total earnings for the week of July 15th to July 22nd is $1,027.53. This is kind of misleading because they add in the toll to this. How much was the total toll? It was actually $34. So, not quite $1,000. But I feel like this is so misleading that they add in the toll over here. They really should not be doing that and just kind of, put it separately. But I did 80 trips, 49 hours, and 5 minutes of total on time. Now, some people might go, well, just because you are on doesn't mean you're actually driving. So should you include that wait time? For me, I feel like if you're at a job, sometimes it's not always busy work, right? Sometimes you have some downtime and yet you can still get paid for it. As long as you have the app on, even if you're reading a book or something, or you are having lunch, you're just on call. I feel like you should still count the amount of time that you're on call here. Because to me, if you have it on, the time is not really yours. You can't really go and watch a movie or anything. You're just kind of always, standing by, watching the phone, and then if anything comes on, you have to press something and then say okay, or else you're gonna lose the ride. Anyway, I'm sure you guys want to know a further breakdown of these rides over here. You guys can pause and look at the numbers, but I'm gonna go through them real quick. Not real earnings. The first column, $46, 118, blah blah blah, 289, right? Trips made, 7 trips, 9 trips, 10 trips, all added up to be 80. Online time, 2 hours, 26 minutes. 8 hours, 36 minutes. And you can see the $289 day, I was online for 14 hours and 7 minutes. I want to say at this point that I did make some mistakes where I actually waited some time at an airport when, it was moving really slow. And another time I also accidentally got booted off the queue, and then I had to wait, twice as long basically. Anyway, I put the base amount here in one column. The toll is separated out into another column, tip in another column. And then so I consider the actual pay that you get is actually base plus tip, which is $46.82, 112, etc., etc. And then if you add all this up, it's really $993.53. When you look at how much I earn per hour, on Monday, Tuesday, etc., it's $19, and then I did not so well, $13, because I made some mistakes, and then it went up to $22, and then it went up all the way to $31. Now, I did this one doing only the peak hours, not trying to chase after surges and stuff. So you can go, okay, well, if I can reproduce this, maybe you can consistently get $30 an hour or something. But I did the $20.48, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, if I average all this, I'll get $20.26 per hour. Maybe if my skill goes up over time, I can increase this average. Maybe not. I probably wasted a little bit of time here and there. So now I'm going to go over the amount of gasoline I use. I just kind of logged every single time I filled up how much I paid, also how many gallons there are, and also where I started. This whole week I didn't really drive anywhere extra for myself. So all of this really is Uber driving, including, sometimes it takes me somewhere far away, Santa Cruz for one, and I actually had to drive back. Yes, I tried to, have trips on the way back, but sometimes you kind of go, I had enough for the day, so then you have to really just drive home from wherever that you are. You still have to include this amount of time driving back, because in the end of the day, you're adding this depreciation into your car. You're adding all this mileage. The gasoline cost, you can see I filled up 5 times. Wow, I'm like really, guzzling up the gas here, hauling people around. $29.79, 8.185 gallons at $3.64 a gallon. I don't have to talk about all of these. But at the end, I did a small adjustment because I have a little bit more gas today than I began. So then I subtract a little bit off. So the total is $159.61 for the total amount of gas that I spent. 44.7 gallons that I used total for, hauling people, including coming home. I started at 23,293 miles, ended up at around 24,000. The total amount of miles I used, 1,150 miles. Wow, I logged that many in a single week, which is pretty cool. 44.706 gallons used. This turns out to be 25 miles per gallon, 25.7 miles per gallon in this BMW 330i. So when you subtract the gas, because the gas is a very real cost here, you have to pay this out of pocket. And even though at the end of the week, Uber pays you, you have to subtract this amount. It just comes right off the top because, that's your cost, including other things such as car cleaning. Maybe you need to get a car wash, the tires, spark plug changes, oil changes, the filter costs, car maintenance. Maybe your car is going to break down, all these things that's not subtracted from this just yet. Now, if I use the IRS cost, which is 58 cents per mile times 1,150 miles, if I subtract this cost from what I actually earn, if you look at it, oh my gosh, at the very beginning, it says $1,027. If you just look at this number, then you're going to feel pretty good about yourself. You're like, oh my gosh, in 1 week, I didn't, work too crazily, 49 hours. This is a reasonable amount of time to work as a full-time job. And then you just multiply this by 52. And then you get to thinking in your head that, oh, you make $52,000 a year. All of a sudden, as a driver, you can make, a reasonable amount. This is like an entry-level engineering job. But then if I just use this 58 cents, the IRS amount, you're really making $326, which is $6.66 an hour. Now, where did this 58 cents come from? It's this average of depreciation, the cost to drive a car, they add in the tires and all this stuff, and they just kind of average it together for like a typical person. So then they go, okay, it's 58 cents. So if you use this as a typical person, you're only gonna make $6 an hour. Maybe you can boost this a little bit by, having better driving experience. So you can boost it up to $30 an hour. So you can imagine, I'm at $20 an hour. Maybe you can boost it up to 30. Finally, let me get to the stupid thing that I'm doing. If you actually own a BMW 330i series and you drive for Uber and you're doing UberX or Pool and not specifically doing Uber Select, which is the premium car thing. Now, I want to do this factoring in the car depreciation thing because this is a little bit difficult for people to kind of figure out. What you can do is go on Craigslist, look at the make and model of your car and look at older cars and just kind of plot out how many miles those cars have, what year is it, and also how much depreciation it has from a brand new car of that same make and model, except maybe it's a newer model. So for example, I just went on Craigslist and pulled up a whole bunch of these numbers out. 2019 BMW 330i, brand new, is $42,000. Now, I'm just taking this number as a very rough number. A 2018 car will sell for $34,995 and the mileage it has on it is 7,880. Now, this is a 1-year-old car, so then you're gonna go, okay, well, in 1 year, you drive 7,000 miles or so, and every single mile you end up paying about $1.12. Okay, but what I want to do is kind of project how much it would depreciate the car if you drive for Uber. At the end of the year, if I do this consistently every single week, I'm going to have 52,000 miles on this car. So if you look down on this list, there's this one that goes 2017. The BMW 330i is selling for $21,300. It has 48,000 miles on it. which is, you know, like if I drove it from a brand new car, drove it for Uber every single week, 1,000 miles, it's gonna depreciate about $2.30 every single mile. Now, this is the extreme case. Maybe I'm gonna be a bit more relaxed about it and only put, you know, 12,000 miles every single year. So if you just take these more reasonable amount of mileage driven, and I average those out, just take out the extremes of very low mileage or very high mileage, it's gonna come out to be $1.44 every single mile that you drive. This is quite a bit. I drove 1,150 miles times 1.44. The depreciation for this week is $1,653. So even if you look at how much I actually earned, $993, I actually lost money here. This is only if this car was mine. Now, you guys know I actually borrowed this car from my sister. The lease is actually gonna go up. So if she wasn't going to use these miles, this is gonna be given to the dealership, and the dealership is probably gonna be able to sell the car for higher. Whereas when my sister gives this car back to the dealership, she's not gonna get money back just because, you know, there's a whole bunch of miles on it. So my job here is to spend these miles and keep the earnings, extract the value from the car, and sort of pocket this amount. So during this whole thing, I'm not specifically going, oh, I'm driving an Uber Select, I need to only take Uber Select fares. I am doing everything. I'm doing UberX, Uber Pool, Uber Select. So I think definitely if you drive a luxury car, it is very, very not worth it to do UberX because they just don't pay you enough. You're actually going to lose money doing it. So there you have it. If this was my car, I would be losing money. And even though I put in 49 hours driving this, I'm still going to lose $650 just from the depreciation of the car. Now, because I don't have to pay for the depreciation of this car, nor the tires, nor the oil change and all that, instead, I am going to earn, you know, what the face value says over here, about $833 instead. So in a way, you could say I kind of gamed the system over here. Just this opportunity fell into my lap because my sister was able to lend this car to me to use this for this purpose, as well as learn all this information about Uber and share it with you guys, because I'm gonna have another video about how to drive it, you know, the tips and tricks that I can give you guys. Knowing all the pitfalls that I fell through. I did a few mistakes and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, this does not earn very much with that particular strategy. So I'm gonna tell you guys about that. So thanks for watching, everybody. So don't forget, when you're doing Uber, factoring in the depreciation is key. You have to do this. And I feel like if you are doing this, even if you are an expert driver, it's going to eat a lot into what you actually earn every single hour, and you may not be very happy about what you end up earning. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like, comment down below. Let me know if you have the same experience of driving for Uber and then finding out that you're actually not making that much money. And as always, don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.